digital augmentations, flying cars, and a bustling cyber city. And no, it's not a game made by CD Projekt Red. No, today I'm not playing Cyberpunk 2077. In fact, I'm playing a game that released months before the game. And fuck me, is it good. Cyberpunk games have always been my cup of tea. Deus Ex Mankind Divided in particular, and Cyberpunk 2077 are two games that I absolutely adore, and Cyberpunk is up there with my top favourite games. And I know it's a controversial statement, but it really is. And worlds such as Cyberpunk worlds, I feel, have the best environments for video games. I mean, look at Night City, for example. The place is absolutely beautiful. So you can probably guess that when I came across a game called Cloudpunk, a game set in a cyberpunk city reminiscent of NC, yeah, I was pretty excited to get into it. This game has been on my Steam wishlist since 2020, before it released as well, and I'm only now getting around to playing it. So hey guys, it's Connor here from the Crow's Nest, and today I'm looking into a blocky cyberpunk gem called Cloudpunk. What is Cloudpunk though? Well, this game is a cyberpunk postman simulator. Yeah, you won't think it would be interesting now, would you? But along with the story of the game, it's actually really fun. Now just to clarify, we'll only be talking about the first hour of gameplay in this video. This is for two reasons. One, I don't want to give away any spoilers of the game, and two, I've actually only played about an hour of the game, I only bought it tonight. So yeah, let's get into it. So the concept, Cyberpost. Hang on a minute, I actually quite like that name, and it might have been a better title for the game. Nah, Cloudpunk is just as good. Anyway, being a cyber postman is quite a novel concept for a game. In fact, I don't think I've played any other game where you play as a postman before, let alone a cyberpunk game. I may be wrong, but still, it is quite a cool idea. Right, so we start off in our car. No, our hovercraft. I mean, a hovercar? No, our hover, as it's called in the game. Well, as in H-O-V-A. Hover. What's wrong with hovercar? I kind of prefer that. But anyway, we start off in our hover, and we get, quite amazingly, free reign to just drive. We can go wherever we want throughout the entire world if we please. So, guess what I did? Yeah, that's right, your favourite, completely not boring YouTuber went and drove to the first quest objective. So much for not being boring, eh? Honestly though, more games should start off this way. When we boot in, we're simply greeted with a phone call to the office, and we're not even locked into a certain path of this phone call. We can simply drive off whilst on the call and just go wherever we want. The whole world is open to us. This is actually an amazing idea for the game, and it just means it's got so much freedom for you. Absolutely fantastic, that. So of course the whole premise of the game is to deliver parcels from point A to point B. Well, what did you think? It's a postal delivery game. The company you work for is called Cloudpunk, hence the game's title. Cloudpunk are an illegal delivery service with two rules. Deliver the parcel on time and don't ask questions about the parcel. And within, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of playing the game, I've broken both of them. Without spoiling anything though, this isn't actually set in stone. I could have done it completely differently. I don't know the best way to explain this without spoilers. Okay, I'll try this. On one of the deliveries you actually get a choice of two delivery locations, and each one gives you a different outcome. Did that spoil anything? Well, I hope it didn't. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is you don't have a set path in the game. Anyway, this game is beautiful. Graphically, it's a sort of voxel-based game, and there are two sets of gameplay. Most of it is set in your hover. However, there are segments you play on the ground as well. You even get a choice of first and third person perspective when on foot. Actually, I'm thinking as I'm writing this script, can you go in first person in the hover? Hang on a second, I'm actually just going to check this. Right, no you can't. That's a shame. It would have been quite nice to have seen a first person perspective. And it's kind of weird that you don't actually get to. Because on the Steam page, there are pictures of you being in the cockpit. So, you might get to do it later. Anyway, rant over, let's get back to the gameplay. There is an inventory and shopping system in the game. It's quite cool, and I even bought myself a new hoodie and was surprised to see that my character's model even changed accordingly. So yeah, this game is a full-on cyberpunk voxel-based RPG, and it's a very nice game, but I'm not going to go into too much more. That is for one main reason. I plan on making a full playthrough of the game once I've beaten it. Hey, I might even do the follow-up story in that playthrough too. Oh yeah, that's right, they made a DLC too. Apparently the DLC takes place immediately after the events of the main game, and people are even calling it a part 2 sort of thing, and calling it the base game part 1. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to start wrapping the video up here as I don't have too much more to say, but mark my words, a playthrough is coming. Well, I figure I should do my usual thing and give some final thoughts, so I might as well do that now. All in all, it's a Cyberpunk game, so of course I'm going to enjoy it, so I'm going to be a bit biased if you were coming to me for a review kind of thing. That's why I tried to stay clear of that sort of thing. But I will say, if you enjoy story-driven games in a very different graphical and artistic style, and I'm even going to say genre, even though Cyberpunk isn't exactly anything new, I'm meaning more on the Postman side of things, then yeah, I'd probably say you'd enjoy this game. Well, if you have enjoyed this video, I'd highly encourage you, obviously I would encourage you to subscribe, but I'd more encourage you to check out some of my other videos, and if you do feel you enjoy them also, then why not hit subscribe. Anyway guys, I'll see you around.